Tribal Training Camp, baby. It is training camp day here in Colorado. We got a big day coming up. Got 3 guys coming in for training camp, Ironman camp ahead of Ironman Florida. But first, we got to take care of things at home today. We got little dad duty. Chelsea is out on a hike with her doula group. It's 7:23. She took off at about 7. And so right now we are locking down breakfast. Got a couple of eggs and some sourdough here for Jack and I. And then I'm gonna be dropping, hey, no shutting that. I'm gonna be dropping Jack at the nanny at about 8:15. And then I have got some intervals that I gotta bang out on the bike before the guys get in for camp so that I can be sticking to my plan and get some high intensity work in. Really great morning so far. Got some writing done right over here. Little Substack on leading the home. And so right now we're living that out a little bit. Today's day 1. We got guys coming in for training camp. We got 3 athletes coming in for an Ironman camp ahead of Ironman Florida. In November, we got a lot of big biking on the plan. Gonna be out in the mountains a bit, but we also got some really intentional form work at the pool and at the track. And what I am most excited about this weekend is just the opportunity to get in person with athletes. This is gonna be my first time training with the 3 guys who are coming. We got Cam Pearson, Stefanos, and Zach Brennan. And it's cool. As Tribal evolves, right? Tribal is built entirely online, but as we're getting into the 3rd year now of the team, we're just getting more and more and more opportunities to get in person with guys. So I was with Cam in Zion in April. I was with Stefanos in Chattanooga in May. We also had the Team 70.3 in Oregon in July. Now we're here in August, and this is the 2nd camp of the year. So I'm getting all these reps to see athletes in person. And the thing that I am realizing is most valuable for them is just the minor pickups of what they kind of see me doing when I'm out riding. A big unlock for Mike at the last camp was spending a lot of time in Little Ring. He was pretty much only riding in Big Ring. And when we were warming up, within the first couple of minutes, he's like, dude, I see that you're in Little Ring. Are you in Little Ring a lot? I'm like, yeah, man, I got no problem being in Little Ring. I'm just spinning my legs out, getting started in this thing. Other little tips on gear shifting, how often I'm fueling, how much I'm eating before or after rides. It's not like I got every answer here, but these guys are learning from me, right? And they're just a couple of steps behind me on this path of endurance and Ironman. And so for them to come out here and get to just pick up and absorb through osmosis some unlocks and some levels up, it's really, really big time. Itinerary for the weekend. So it's about 11 a.m. right here now. The guys are gonna be in probably 90 minutes. I'll probably make another pot or 2 of coffee. We'll do some chilling, let the guys decompress from traveling, and then we're gonna use my garage as a little homemade bike shop, and we will build the bikes back after 2 of the guys flew in with bikes. Once we get that rolling, we are just gonna do an easy afternoon ride. Then we'll have the guys check into their Airbnb, come back to my house here for a team dinner. Tomorrow is big mountain day, so we're gonna be out on the bike all day tomorrow, probably have wheels spinning by 7 a.m. And then I've got an appointment for us to do sauna and cold plunge at this super dope spot down in Boulder. Then we're gonna get some damn good pasta after that. There's a great pasta spot I'll be taking us to. And then Friday is gonna be film day. So we're gonna do some short work at the pool, some short work at the track. Gonna have live video with guys, just having them do probably 200 repeats, some strides, simple stuff like that at the track. At the pool, it'll just be getting a couple hundred in and just working on form. The intention there isn't to gas these guys out with a big workout. They're all coming to elevation. They're gonna be working hard enough. So we wanna use that time in swim and run for more form work. And then Friday evening, we're gonna have team dinner here. We'll probably do a little team spin, just a casual coffee shop ride later in the morning on Friday. And then probably the coolest part of the whole weekend is that we got 6 tribal athletes doing a sprint try here in Boulder on Saturday. So it's gonna be Chelsea, my mom, my buddy Jonah, who's part of the team, who's local, and then these 3 guys. So just a couple of months ago, we had Taylor Mandel come out, and he did Boulder 70.3, and that was the first tribal athlete to race in Boulder. And now all of a sudden, just 2 months later, we're gonna have 6 athletes. And so I'm gonna be there holding down Jack duty. We'll have the tribal flag, everybody in the kits. And so part of what I'm looking to do as I build out tribal, right? I already said this in-person stuff with athletes, but in person here in Boulder, bringing guys in, having them in my home, hanging out, chilling, just absorbing the lifestyle, right? And then planting our flag and showing up to a Boulder race. Like, that's really, really important to me. And I'm super excited to throw down, have a great time, and really grateful for these guys making the trip out, and just excited to get to it. All right, we got the dudes in town. Everybody made it in safe. We're doing bike builds here. We got Cam helping out with Zach's build here. All right, what are you homies looking forward to most about camp this weekend?
Are you looking at me?
Yeah, let's go.
Honestly, I can't wait for a long ride tomorrow, to be honest. I think that's going to be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm the same. Long ride in the altitude. It's going to be a little different than what I'm used to, so it'll be good.
Love it. Love it. We got Stefanos over here.
The altitude. You know, I was here 2 weeks ago.
Check out these gloves. What do you got going on, dude?
Technician style.
Technician style. Look at this guy.
That's what I do for a living. You know what I mean?
You're locked in. You're locked in. What do you got here?
You know, you gotta take off your bike wheel brace, or else you can break this frame when it's shit bit.
Oh, are you seeing the guard? Hey, Jameson. Jameson, hey.
Boom. All right. Here we go, sir.
Fucking go.
Huge. Here he comes in the kit. Let's go, dude.
Oh God.
We got big time adapt and overcome. I've gotten 2 flats on the year, and they've both been on training camps. We had a little bit of action on this. We saved it a little bit on the road, but we needed some professional help. Got sorted out here. We're back. Let's go. All right, super successful first afternoon of camp. We just ripped off 35 miles, and the whole point of this ride is, number one, we want to build the bikes back after flying and give them just like an easy ride to make sure that everything's good to go. I actually got a flat. We couldn't fix it out on the fly, so we needed to be saved by a bike shop, adapt and overcome. And then the other real value of this ride is that this just gives the guys a quick chance to acclimate to elevation. These guys just traveled in, we're at 5,000, 5,500 feet, and so we were just kind of easy cruising and giving the guys a quick touch before we go do something much, much bigger tomorrow. The other real big value of just like this easy afternoon ride on day one is that I get to see the guys on the bike, and I get to give them a couple of quick tips. Stefanos had some tips for him on how to get his glutes going a little bit more with his body position. Zach, a couple of quick tips on how to get a little bit more aero, a little bit more tucked when he's descending, give his legs a little bit of relief. Also a little bit of cadence work with Zach, getting him into little ring a little bit more. And so just like little micro adjustments, little minor tips here or there on an easy, 2 hours of just spinning out on the bike before getting into a big ride tomorrow. Really, really successful, good adapt and overcome. Good lesson that I gotta travel with more flat repair stuff. Stefanos had some good stuff that helped us out, but I had to kind of grind my way to make it to the bike shop on like 40 PSI. But we're done for the day. We got the guys inside. We're about to go make some burgers. Chelsea is here, Jack is here, and that's gonna be it for day one. Day 2 of training camp. We got big good morning here for Jack. He's got triple bank. We got the 1 bank, we got 2 bank, and over here, we got 3rd bank. So this dude just been balling out with banks this morning in his crib. All right, pre-big ride fuel. We got 4 eggs, handful of slices of sourdough wedges here, and then I am just gonna be drizzling a bunch of honey all over these things. Really big fan of this honey pot, huge unlock. Not weighing anything out. Really main goal here is I want to get a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat with the eggs, but we're talking about carbs today. And so we're just sort of loading it up. I really like having sourdough before big rides. Honey good around the clock. And this is what is going to take us to the top. All right, here is what I'm most excited about for day 2 of tribal training camp. For at least one of these guys, this is going to be the hardest thing that they've ever done in their life, this ride that we take down today. And I think about somebody taking down their biggest ride ever and maybe riding alone, riding on roads they've never been on before, right? Not totally prepped. And I think about the environment that we've got here in camp. We're doing it as a group. This is a new place for these guys, but I'm leading the way. Got plenty of fuel, got a couple of exciting stops along the way, and we are going to be able to rally as a team to support these guys and keep everybody moving forward. And we've got all the hard work in the first half, right? When you're riding in the mountains, oh, this is Jack's patented point. When you're riding in the mountains here, it's straight up and then it's straight down. Of course you could mix it up, right? But that's the route that we're doing today. So all the hard work is in the front half. Then we're hitting an alpine lake and we're gonna all jump in, cool off, reward ourselves, and then we are going to bomb back down out of Left Hand Canyon. And it will be a combination of the hardest thing that these guys have ever done, the most fun thing they've ever done, the biggest adventure they've ever done, and the most rewarding thing they've ever done. And when I think about tribal camp, that's what I want it to be. Let's go. All right, we're checking in here. Start of day 2. We're in the garage getting bikes pumped, getting bikes lubed, and we're rolling out here in a second. All right, we're at Cafe Fritz. This is the first coffee stop of the weekend. A little earlier than I expected. We need some extra fuel for these guys, so they're grabbing some banana bread, and I think I heard an espresso, and we're gonna be rolling here. All right, so we got a couple of unlocks from yesterday's ride. I'm tailing these guys right now. And I just asked them what they got most, what they learned most yesterday. And Zach said more frequent gear shifting and getting into little ring more. And what we took from that was not allowing the road to dictate how you're pedaling and using your gear shifting to maintain rhythm, really. Shifting a little bit more. I told him that more often he's gonna be dropping into a lighter gear so that he can maintain a quicker turnover and not just let little climbs or bumps have him start grinding on the pedals. All right, so a little adjustment to the plan here today. We were gonna do one monster climb, but I just decided that I want to give these guys a chance to do some climbing, then descending, and repeat that a handful of times. So we're actually going to end up hitting Left Hand Canyon here and going up to Jamestown. Then we're going to come back down here, give some of these guys a chance to hit some top speeds, and then we're going to head towards Lyons, which is a town just north of Boulder, and there are 2 climbs up there. One's going to be a canyon, and one is kind of access mountain road. Also got my favorite coffee shop up that way, so we'll stop there. I just stopped for a leak. The dudes are up ahead. I got to go grab them. Let's go. All right, climb number 1 is in the bag. We're in Jamestown. Zach, you got any feedback on first climb? How you feeling?
Doing well, feeling good.
Yeah? This is the highest elevation you've ever been. This is 7,000 feet. We're up there. All right, so brake before this, and then take this turn hard. Brake now, and then lean in. You feel that?
Yeah.
Nice. Now shift your weight. Great. Lean, lean. Good.
Can't get better.
Can't get better.
Oh no. You know what I mean? And no heat.
All right, we got a mile 42 rinse off in the creek here. Not quite a cold plunge. Probably 70-degree water. Just enough to cool off.
Let's go.
Coffee shop stop number 2. We are 45 miles in. We're at Moxie here in Lyons. This is my favorite coffee shop in the whole area. Guys are inside placing an order. So far today, what we've gotten into. So we went up to Jamestown, and the number one thing that I wanted these guys to practice early in the ride is descending and turning. A lot of times, beginner cyclists, and Zach is a beginner. Zach's only got 3 outdoor reps so far. His 4th ever outdoor ride was yesterday. His 5th ever outdoor ride is right now. And so I'm really helping these guys learn how to bank into turns as we're going downhill. A lot of times guys will grab the brakes as they're turning going downhill, but anytime that you're grabbing the brakes, the bike wants to stand straight up. So I'm helping these guys learn if we can brake before the turn, then we can get some speed that we're comfortable with into the turn. We can really bank into it, lean around, get some flow, maintain that rhythm. So this is what we got. We're 45 miles in, getting some caffeine and some carbs, and heading back out for more. All right, 6,700 feet. We were at 7,000 earlier in Jamestown, so we're at least pushing up to that. We got South St. Vrain Canyon here, and we're working a little bit. We're working a little bit for sure. We have found deep waters. Little gut check here. We are 55 miles in. We've been climbing up South St. Vrain Canyon for over an hour here, and we thought we were about at the top, but we had the map a little wrong, and we got 4 miles left. And so what we're doing here is we're punching this thing through. We're punching through. 4 mile push. We got waters, we got fuel, we're good. And then we are cruising home, flying down my favorite descent in Boulder, hitting sauna and cold plunge afterwards. And we got pasta dinner waiting for us. Cam, baby. Woo! Let's go. This is what we came for. Come on.
Dude, fucking huge.
Good work, folks.
Jesus.
Let's go. Amazing.
There we go.
Fucking amazing. Woo! I didn't know if we were coming up here. I didn't know. Man, that was just so fucking huge.
Dude, look at you, man.
So fucking
Dude,
huge.
you went from like being at
hold
home
on
to
to it.
doing
Hold on to it. Dude,
8,100 feet
proud of you.
elevation.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
8,100, man. We're at 80.
Woo! We made it!
Let's go.
Let's go! Had a lot of chances to quit. Had a lot of chances to quit. And we did not. We're up here over 8,000 feet.
Man, I'm serious.
I've taken people high at camp before, but never in the back half of a ride like this. We just went 5,500 to 8,000 miles, 45 plus to 60 plus, climbing for nearly 2 hours straight right there. Let's fucking go. 5th outdoor ride ever for Zach right here. Absolutely hero effort. Fucking love it. We survived. That got spicy for a second. That got spicy. That got super spicy. Very, very spicy. But hey, we rallied. We stayed together as a team and we got it done. Monster ride. What was that? Final numbers. 83 miles for me. Training status, overreaching. Yeah, it feels like it a little bit. Feels like it a little bit. Absolutely epic. Epic. What a freaking win. All right, immediate feedback on the team ride. That got spicy for a second, which is exactly what we want. It is wild for me as a coach to toe the line of bringing these guys into deep waters, pushing them beyond what's comfortable, but rallying everybody and really punching through. And today really went down super, super well. We adjusted a lot. I expected to do the typical team ride, which goes up to 10,000 feet. But with this group of guys, I wanted to give them multiple climbs and descents. In Jamestown, coming down, the guys got a ton of amazing practice descending and then bending around turns. I was helping out all of them with braking before the turn, leaning into the turn. Such good practice there. Then we did a tiny little climb out in this town called Lyons, and that was a great chance for us to all just check in on, like, how's our fueling? We're 2.5 hours into this thing. Like, how much water have you had? Have you guys been seeing how much I've been peeing? I was peeing like nearly every 40 minutes on this ride. And so that's one of the huge values of camp, is that guys see, oh shit, I ain't fueling as much as I should. So we had some fueling upticks at that point. We got to stop at my favorite coffee shop, which was awesome. And then we were about 45 miles in and we were still feeling kind of fresh. It was a nice overcast day here in Boulder, so the temperature was cool. And I didn't want this ride to be 60-mile ride where we finish up and it's like, yeah, you know, that was a good ride, but it didn't really challenge me a ton. Like, these guys came out for camp. Like, we're here to grind a little bit. And so we headed into South St. Vrain Canyon, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I wonder if I'll just have these guys turn around at some point. If we're feeling good, maybe we'll take it all the way to the top. But I didn't know exactly how many miles it was to the top. I didn't know exactly how much climbing we'd have to do. And we just kept getting a little bit further in, and I was like, let's just take it to the fucking top. Let's just take it to the top. We had a little mishap on thinking that we were closer than we really were, like 3 times. And it got spicy there. Like, we had to do a little bit of an attitude check. I rallied the guys. We had to dish out some knucks, make sure that mindsets were in check. And we had an awesome freaking moment getting to the top of South St. Vrain Canyon and freaking feeling like we conquered that thing, because that was hard. And then the descent, man, that's like my favorite descent in all of Boulder. So to be able to bring these guys out here and to be able to lead them into doing something hard where there were a lot of chances to quit on that, a lot of chances, and we did not take any of them. And then to get the reward of that beautiful descent, I got amazing footage here with the GoPro, really, really cool pics of the guys flying down. Just an awesome freaking day. And shout out to Zach Brennan. That was his 5th outdoor ride ever. So this is like what I'm seeing as the Ironman experience. Like, Zach Brennan, he's never done anything like this before. The Olympic that we're doing as a team on Saturday is gonna be his first ever try. He's been training hard since December, but he's been on the trainer, and now he comes out to Boulder, right? He did a couple of outdoor rides in prep of this. Now all of a sudden, we're doing the damn thing out here. So I'm super proud of the guys. Cameron battled hard. Cameron had a lot of chances to quit, and Cameron dug deep. Stefanos, I'm really proud of his attitude. It was awesome to see him just chugging along. He knows what we got into. And so many unlocks for Zach Brennan, who's probably the newest guy to all of this stuff. So very successful. So fun for me as a coach to really toe that line of, I'm bringing these guys in to do something hard, but it's a little spicy when things get hard, and I'm really, really pumped with how it went down. So up next, we're hitting sauna and cold plunge, and then pasta. Successful day 2 of camp. Let's go. All right, good morning from day 3 of tribal training camp. I'm just sitting out here, hanging in the backyard, having some eggs and some avocado, and my 3rd cup of coffee. Let's go. The guys are coming over here in a little bit, and we are gonna get into kind of an easy day. We're gonna be doing some light swimming and running at the track and at the pool. Really just like couple quick touches to get some form looks, give the guys a chance to swim in front of me, run in front of me. I'll get some video of them, and then we'll probably do like an easy coffee shop ride. And these guys all are doing the Olympic triathlon tomorrow here in Boulder, so we're recovering from a huge day yesterday. We got a big effort coming up tomorrow, so today's gonna be a little bit lighter. And I was just reflecting on the ride yesterday, and that descent, specifically that descent down South St. Vrain Canyon, is one of my favorite moments in the history of Tribal. Getting those guys up to the top of the peak, 83 total miles on the ride, 6,000 feet of climbing, up to 8,000 plus feet elevation. We had to grind through that. There were multiple gut check moments, and there were multiple moments that we had to pause as a group, and I had to really rally the guys. And I had to remind them that we can do this, that we came here for struggle and for challenge, and that we came here to punch through together. And I'm just super proud of the dudes. I mean, Zach Brennan, that was his 5th ever outdoor ride. That is freaking heroic. Cameron, he's been doing mostly trails lately, so he hasn't really been doing huge rides. And that was a monster ride. And Stefanos, that's kind of in his lane, right? So he held on strong, but it was just awesome to still take it down together and to feel the group lean on each other, right? Lean on different guys at different times. Just an amazing experience. And there's a lot of ways to do hard things, right? If you're training for an Ironman, you can be training totally alone. You can do all your rides on the trainer, right? And the experience here in Tribal is a little different, right? Guys can come out to camp and we can take down huge things together. And I'm just super stoked at what this team has become and the experiences that are blooming through people coming out here to just spend time together. So very grateful for yesterday, very excited for what's coming up today and tomorrow. And yeah, man, that's what we got on the menu. Let's go. One of the biggest unlocks of yesterday was learning fueling through experience. I'm specifically thinking about Zach Brennan. He has done long rides. I've had him out on 3 and 4 hour rides, but they've been trainer rides, and sometimes just being on the trainer, you can't totally learn in your first long rides how valuable fueling is. And yesterday, we were out and we did a fuel check at like 2.5 hours in, and he hadn't quite had enough. So we were getting his numbers up. And it's not a big deal, right? That's part of the reason to come out to camp, is so we can get these reps in and we can learn through experience. And we were able to stop at a coffee shop a little bit after that, get a bunch more calories in. And then we had a couple of moments as we were going through this big climb, right? Climbing up to 8,000 feet, where Zach was cramping up a little bit, and I was checking on his calories, and there was like a gap in the window with which he had had his last bit of fuel. And so in that opportunity, that just gives me a chance to be like, hey dude, no worries, haven't quite had enough. We've got more, right? I've got extra fuel you can have. But these feedback signs that we're getting from your body, like the fact that your quad is cramping, right? That's a sign that you're underfueled and you haven't had calories in the last whatever window of time. So that's just an awesome experience unlock. I mean, part of being out here is for the big training. It is for the adventure, but we also want to be getting better at these things. And I want to be helping these guys as they're prepping to do maybe the biggest races they've ever done in their lives. So that was a huge win from yesterday, just learning how to fuel and being guided through proper fueling inside of a big effort like that. Because if Zach Brennan just goes and does a 5-hour ride on his own, he doesn't have anybody that's right next to him to tell him, hey man, what you're feeling is a result of fueling or underfueling. And if we want to course correct that, we can right now. Like I gave him a Cliff Bar at some point, you know, that's 260 extra calories. So it was just great to get those reps in person and give him that learning through experience, right? We got to check this out. Chels, step out here. Come on now. Chels is doing the sprint try this weekend, her first race since having Jack, and she's rocking the OG Tribal kit. This is actually her first race in a Tribal kit.
I'm just training in it today.
Yeah, but that's big time. All right, so another fun part of yesterday is that I did not totally plan for us to go that high up into the mountains. That was an evolving plan in real time. We first shifted from, we're gonna climb right to 10,000 feet because I wanted to give the guys reps going up and down a few times throughout the day. And we were there at mile 45, and it was kind of an overcast day, and so we were feeling kind of fresh, like we hadn't been beat down by the sun. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take us into South St. Vrain Canyon. And there was something in my mind that was like, let's at least get to 7,000 feet, because that was the same elevation as the peak that we hit in Jamestown. I'm like, let's at least climb up to 7,000 feet. And we started that part of the ride at about 5,500. Then I was like, all right, well, Jamestown is like 7 and change, so let's get to like 7,200. Then we had a little mishap on the map, and we thought we were closer to the peak than we really were at one point. We thought we were a half a mile away at one point. And so I was like, all right, guys, we're just a half a mile from the top. We'll keep pushing a little bit. At this point, the guys were already starting to grind a little bit, and so a half a mile, it seemed fine to take that down, but they were excited to be turning around. Well, we go another half a mile and we realize, oh shit, we looked at the map wrong. It's 4 more miles to the top. And that was our first gut check moment where I was like, all right, listen, let's rally up here. Like, we came for this to be challenging. We came to grind through something a little bit. We came to punch through. And just inching a little bit more. Like, that's a huge principle in endurance training for me, is like, I don't always just go out and say, I'm doing this huge thing right off the bat. Like, a lot of times it's like, hey, I'm out here. Can I give a little bit more? Can I give a little bit more? Can I give a little bit more? And that stepping stone process is how you end up doing something like we did yesterday. And so that was just very real and authentic to my own endurance process. Adjusting in real time, picking new routes on the fly, getting out there and being like, I could go a little bit longer. I could go a little bit longer. All right, it's just a little bit longer, like all the way to the top. Let's do it. And it was just rad to bring those guys through that. All right, another unlock from yesterday's ride for the guys. So I intentionally took us to spots where we would be able to refill with water multiple times. We probably hit our first water refill at about an hour 30 in. We hit our second water refill at just under 3 hours in. And then we didn't really have a water refill after that. But a lot of times guys will just go out and they will just have like 2 bottles, and they'll just go indefinitely riding for multiple hours and not have a plan for where they can refill. And so for me, like, I want to guide these guys to say, hey, like, this is how you should structure and think about planning a big ride. Like, your first stop should be 90 minutes in or something like that, so you can refill. Take down a water while you're standing there, load up your bottles, take off. 90 minutes later or so, hit another spot. Right? And so that was just like another part of the process that the guys got to see yesterday on how to successfully plan out and piece together really big rides like that. We are pre-team dinner here, and we got Zach for his first ever triathlon tomorrow. So we are going through just the different transitions and all the different stuff that we've got going on. So here's the list I got for you, Zach. So all day you will have on your ankle chip, the tribal kit, your heart rate chest strap, and your Garmin.
You wear the chest strap in the swim?
You wear the chest strap in the swim.
Sweet.
Then in the swim, you only got 3 extra things: the wetsuit, the goggles, and the swim cap, right? Then you come out of there, all of that comes off in T1, and on the bike you put on your socks, your shoes, your sunglasses, and your helmet, right? Nothing else.
And then you eat.
You're gonna have 2 honey stingers right there in transition.
Yep.
Then you come into T2, and you're gonna take all that stuff off. You're gonna put on your running shoes, your running hat. You're gonna carry a water bottle on the run.
I am.
Okay. Water bottle. Chicken needs 3 more minutes. And then you're gonna put on your run belt with bib.
Okay.
Simple enough?
Simple enough.
All right, this is for you here.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Good call.
On race eve, Chelsea and my mom, they're asleep in the house, and I'm hanging in the garage here. I had to do a little something special because tomorrow's a really big day. It's a big day for the Dryer fam, and it's a big day for tribal training. For the Dryer fam, this is Chelsea's first race since giving birth to Jack almost a year and a half ago. And Chelsea and I, we had a great chat on what she's looking to get out of tomorrow. And tomorrow for her is all about pushing herself hard, because my girl loves to push herself. It's all about pushing herself hard, but having fun doing it and reclaiming that spark that allows her to return to racing and almost place a higher priority on herself. over the past year and a half, Chelsea's been all about service. She's been servicing Jack Jack as a mom. She launched a doula biz. She's been servicing other women. She supported 16 births. And tomorrow is really her first chance to really stamp in and solidify that she's really back to pouring into herself the way that she wants to. And so I just got a couple of signs here. Jack Jack's mama is a beast. That's my wife. Go, Chelsea, go. And then on top of it being a big day for the Dreyer fam, it's a huge day for tribal training. We've got 6 tribal athletes getting in the arena here in Boulder. And we're going up on 2 years of me running tribal training since I left my corporate job, going all in on this team, all in on this business. And it's been amazing to build this business and build this team online, right? We've got people all over the country, all over the world even. But I am feeling called to really plant my flag here in Boulder and to build more of a local community. And tomorrow is my chance to really make a move on that. And it's a blend of people coming in from out of town and getting in on some of the action here. And it's a blend of my own family and friends here supporting Tribal and supporting what I'm doing. So this is what we got over here. We got Team Tribal. We got Chelsea, Zach Brennan, Jonah, Cameron, my mom, Stephanos. We got a Go Nana Go sign for my mom. And a few other signs here for Chelsea. And so this is cool. I'll be on coach duty. I'll be on coach and dad duty. Me and Jack Jack, we're going to be holding it down, supporting the team. And I'm just super excited for a really fun day. Pouring into the squad, crossing some finish lines, doing some hard things together, and growing in the process. So with that, off the bed for me, good night. All right, it's race morning, and Jack Jack and I, we just got the tribal flag planted right by the start line. We got to go check in on all the athletes over in transition. We're lined up for a great day. Let's go. We got to rally the troops. We got 6 athletes getting themselves prepped and ready in transition. Race is starting in maybe 30 minutes or so. Jack Jack is getting acclimated. He's pointing out all the trucks on the property. And we're teed up for a great day. Let's go. Hey, come. Today's a big day for 2 reasons. Number 1, it is Chelsea's first race since giving birth to this little man. And number 2, this is the biggest tribal race in Boulder in team history. We got 6 athletes competing. And as a coach, I am feeling very called to plant our flag here in Boulder. It's been amazing building the team online. We got people all over the country, all over the world. But this next evolution, it's bringing tribal athletes to Boulder. It's recruiting tribal athletes in Boulder. And today is an important step along that journey. Grateful to be out here. Excited for a beautiful and fun day. Let's get rolling. We got every athlete in the water, which means it is time for brunch for Jack Jack. This little trooper, he's been up since about 5. We got some eggs, some avocado, some cinnamon, raisin, toast. Swimmers are coming out of the water right here. Should be seeing Chelsea in a couple of minutes, probably finishing the sprint swim before the other guys. The other guys will be in very shortly after that. You're looking strong, man. We got Zach, first try ever right there. Way to go, dude. How you doing?
That was humbling.
You're doing great. Love you. Keep going. All right. Go get it, dude. Hell yeah.
Crushed it.
Boom. How'd you do, dude?
Good, dude.
You rode the bike?
17 miles, 50 minutes.
Nice.
It's all right.
That's great.
Not bad.
You look springy.
Thanks.
How you doing?
95 on the bike.
Amazing. Woo! All right, we got finishing vibes here. We got Chelsea's wrapped up, Jonah's in, Cam is in, and we are waiting on Zach, my mom, and Stephanos. And this is really cool. This is just like local here in Boulder. So many people racing, probably had like 400 or 500 people racing. Big freaking vendor setup here.
People soaking up the accomplishment. They got an awards ceremony going on. Just a super fun way to spend the morning.
I cough everything up I had in my lungs, you know, sneezing blood. That was fun.
So we're battling a little bit.
Yeah,
We're battling.
you know. Done.
All right.
What's the cutoff?
I'm not sure.
I'll reverse engineer it from there.
I'm not sure. All right, posted up on the run here with Cam. We're right by the finish. We just saw Stefano start the run. He puked twice in the water, and he said twice on the bike too. So an Olympic distance try is no joke, especially after 3 days of training camp at Elevation.
He's in good spirits, though.
He's in good spirits.
He's in good spirits.
So we're bringing this thing home. We should be seeing Zach and my mom coming up here very soon. So we got some runners trickling in. Great job. Nice work. And we're holding it down here. Let's go.
Nice work, dude. Nice work.
Woo! Atta boy! Your stride is looking strong, dude. Woo! Woo! Let's go! First try ever, bringing it home. Nice. Great work, dude. You looked fucking strong finishing. You had fun?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Woo!
Let's go, baby.
First triathlon.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Domination. How the Let's go! Woo! Let's go!
Woo!
Almost there.
You got it, Mom! Look at that, a little extra burst! I see it! I see it! Woo!
Wow. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah?
And I was so psyched when I saw Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Zach.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And then I saw Stefanos.
Yeah.
I'm running back and he was running,
Yeah.
which gave me a boost.
Amazing.
Woo!
Congrats.
How'd it go for you
That
guys?
went really well. Congrats. How you feeling?
I'm good. How'd you do, big guy?
Good ball.
How was it? Your first one.
Rad moment here to close down the race. We got my mom, Chelsea, Zach wrapped up, and we got Cameron bringing home Stefanos here, who's been grinding out there after puking a bit in the swim and on the bike. Here we go, boys! Let's go!
You got it.
Home, dog.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go! Awesome job, dude.
Gotta get home, dude.
Awesome job. Way to go, dude.
Dude, now 7 miles.
Way to go, dude. Holy cow, man.
I did 7 miles, man. That's crazy. Let's go.
That's amazing. Oh, thanks so much.
I was the last one, so I got lost for a mile.
Oh my goodness.
Did 7. Because they start pulling the cones out. And then there was some like hikers, I followed them. Bad for moving.
What happened?
He did 7 miles instead of sticks because he was the last one and they took cones down.
They took the course down. That is
Funny thing is the guy on the road told me to go to the sprint. I went all the way down to the road and I was like, that's way too soon. Had to go back.
On the run or the bike?
The bike.
Oh. So you did
There was
all of
someone else who
Niwot Neva and then you went back?
One other dude did the same problem too.
There was a girl.
Because the guy literally saved us to turn.
Yeah. All right. We are literally closing this thing down. Everybody finished. Did a lot of hard things this weekend. Learned a lot. Good training. Had fun. That, Jack, is a wrap.